Welcome to a New Beginning podcast. I'm your host, Maureen Doyle. I'm a certified life coach, author, and coffee enthusiast. Did you know that at any moment you can create a new beginning in your health, relationships, career, or mindset? Each week, I will share simple strategies to transform your life and create new beginnings. Ready to start yours? Let's dive in. Hello, my friends. Today, I'm going to discuss the difference between confidence and self-confidence and why having self-confidence is so important as you create any new beginning. Do you ever ask yourself, why am I not confident? And then, of course, beat yourself up a bit? You know, we all look for confidence in the wrong sequence of events, meaning that we think that we should have confidence in doing something new. And when we don't, we either hold back and avoid whatever it is, or we become impatient, or we judge ourselves harshly. But here's the thing. Confidence doesn't come first. Confidence comes from doing something, usually over and over again, until it becomes easy to do. I mean, let's think back to when you started to ride a bike, and you weren't as confident as you are now. And even when you get on a bike now, even if it's a little bit wobbly, you have confidence that you can do it. I hear people saying all the time, I can't do that. I'm just not confident. And my answer is, of course you're not. You haven't done it before. But what you may need to do is to build your self-confidence. Self-confidence is defined as a feeling of trust in one's abilities, judgments, and qualities. And when you have self-confidence, you trust in your ability to figure something out, but not necessarily in your ability to do it right now. Self-confidence comes from your thoughts. What do you think about yourself? Even if you're not able to do something at the moment, even if you make a mistake, do you have your own back? And let me explain what I mean by having your own back. So let's look at public speaking for an example. Now that definitely can be uncomfortable. So imagine that you decide to jump in and accept an invitation to speak. And you feel so uncomfortable because it might be new to you, but you decide to feel that discomfort and do it anyways. And then here's the most important part. After you speak, you must have your own back. You can't focus on what went wrong or what you could have done better. Instead, give yourself a high five. Tell yourself, well done, you did it. And that moment is the beginning of building confidence in public speaking. It's in building your confidence muscle. You see, it could be very weak prior to that, but every time you have experience, you start to strengthen it. Now, on the other hand, this is what we usually do. We get off the stage and we beat ourselves up. And we focus on everything that went wrong. I'm not saying that you can't critique yourself and look for ways for improvement, but here's what you should do first. Give yourself a high five for showing up and feeling the discomfort and doing it anyways. Then ask yourself, what went well? We always want to focus on the positive first. Then ask yourself, what didn't go so well? And then finally, what would you do differently next time? That's the formula that I use when I do something new. I also want to offer to you this about confidence. Confidence is built when you are open to feeling all the negative emotions, feeling uncomfortable, feeling the possibility of even embarrassment or humiliation. And those are the big ones that we try to avoid. And here's why. We are designed to live in groups. It's necessary for our survival. We're hardwired for it. So the possibility of being separated from the group can feel terrible, like our very survival is at stake. And that's why we avoid putting ourselves out there, risking judgment, risking embarrassment, or humiliation. We might get thrown out of the group. That's what we're thinking. Our primitive brain is thinking that. And that was important for us when we were living in the caves. Embarrassment, humiliation today, it's not going to kill us. But boy, does it feel like that. And it just gets worse as we get older. We start to say things like, I can't do that. I've never been good at that. It's too hard. And again, I just say, well, of course it's new. It's going to feel challenging. And that is precisely why you should do it. I have not felt confident in so many areas of my life over the last 10 years as I have been building my business. There have been so many new challenges, whether it be in marketing or technology or finances and bookkeeping. And I've had my confidence muscle grown. It has grown stronger because I'm willing to try new things, to not be good at them, and know that the only way to improve is to do it. And then that important piece, to have my own back, to give myself a high five for showing up and feeling uncomfortable. And now I actually want to feel that discomfort because I know that I am stretching myself and I am evolving. There is always another level, something new to learn, something new that you're not confident in today. So you want to ask yourself this: do you really want to live a life in your comfort zone, trying to avoid any of these negative emotions or feelings, trying to avoid putting yourself in harm's way? And what I mean by that is opening yourself up to criticism, either from others or even yourself. Are you willing to do that? Life is short, and you really want to ask yourself, what kind of life do I want to live? Do I want to seek out the next level? Feel the discomfort, lean into courage, and keep working at it until I reach the next level, and ultimately blow your own mind. There is never a time in your life that you can really say it's too late. I started a podcast at 61. Who would have thought? That kind of blew my mind. So this week, what have you been thinking about doing? And perhaps you thought, it's too late. It's too hard. I want you to try this formula. Think of it this way. First, come up with a new goal, a new level that you want to reach, and make a commitment to that goal. Next, dive into courage to keep working at it. You will eventually develop credibility in that area, and then finally watch as your confidence shows up. Building your self-confidence muscle by taking action and having your own back. Are you willing to say to yourself, this is really hard and this is really uncomfortable, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyways? Have a great week, my friends. Talk to you next week. If you enjoyed this podcast, check out my free workbook, 6 Secrets to Getting Anything That You Want. Head over to maureen-doyle.com/6secretsguide to pick up your free copy today.